get the fake car. Get out my way, I need space on my.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I'm back with another video. So as I promised, guys, this is gonna be a short, quick video, man. As I told you in yesterday's video, that if you guys wanted me to do the fried green tomatoes, the fried pickles, the fried fish, and the fried shrimp, I'm gonna make that happen for you today. Thank you guys for all the wonderful comments and the engagements on that video. So I've seen that everybody does want me to do those fried pickles and all that stuff I named in that video yesterday. So I have the table all prepped and everything's ready. So right now, I'm gonna try to hurry because I have the oil on the stove. I actually removed one off the stove because the grease started popping. I actually have two pans here with oil. I have this one for the deep fried fish, and I have this one for the shrimp. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back on the stove. So this is not gonna be by any means a very long video at all. Now, over here, I have this fish fry. You guys have seen me use it in multiple videos when I cook for the Prince family. I like using this fish fry because you see the keyword right there, lemon. It already has the lemon and everything. I don't have to season anything at all, guys, nothing. This right here, fish fry lemon is already seasoned. I don't have to add no salt, no pepper, nothing special. I don't have to add any special spices to it or nothing because it's already seasoned and ready. So before I turned the camera on, I made sure that I prepped everything. So again, this is the seasoning that I'm going to be using this evening. I have the green tomatoes. I actually took 2 green tomatoes and cut them up. I cut them kind of thick, so as I'm turning them over, they won't be thin and fall apart while I'm flipping them over. I have lids on them, so naturally nothing won't fly in my food. I also have 6 slices of pickles that I'm going to use for my fried pickles. And I'm actually going to use this same batter for everything. Now, how dope is that? I'm able to cook all these fried foods with the same exact batter. Why? You can fry green tomatoes and cornmeal. You can fry fish and cornmeal. You can fry shrimp and cornmeal, and you can fry the green pickles and cornmeal. But here's the good thing about that. You could also fry the green tomatoes in flour. You can also fry the pickles in flour as well. So without further ado, I have 3 tilapias right here. I've already cleaned everything off, prepped everything before I turned the camera on. So I got 1, 2, 3, and I hope you guys can see everything as I'm doing it. Because again, when I do a lot of these cooking videos, I'm actually doing them by myself. And I try to either have the camera on a tripod or I try to hold the camera so you guys can see every detail of what I'm doing. I just turned them over basically so I can get all the seasoning, all the meal. Now, what I do here is basically to see if my oil is hot. This should be hot right here. What I'll do is I'll take a little pinch of this and I'll sprinkle it in there. See how that just started bubbling up like that? So I know that that oil right there is extremely hot and ready to go. We'll set the first fish in. Now y'all notice I didn't drop it in there. I set it in there nice and gently so that grease doesn't pop up and hit me back. Now everything should actually come up around the same time that the fish comes up. So I'm gonna take those 3 pieces of fish and set them right in there. I'm gonna bring this same cornmeal over here, guys. Now I'm gonna use that for my shrimp as well. Now I've never cooked green tomatoes, I've never cooked green pickles before. So I'm just gonna take that, put it in there. I'm gonna use the same oil that I'm frying the fish in to deep fry the shrimp in, which means I only need to keep the fish inside of the oil for maybe 2 minutes. Because they're gonna be dropping down inside the oil, so which makes it really, really easier to cook it and a lot faster. I have 4 slices of green tomatoes. Again, I'm gonna test the grease right here in a smaller pan. See how that's bubbling up? That is ready. I could put maybe 5 or 6 pieces in here, but I don't want them to like bump up against each other. Plus it makes it easier when I flip them. Now you guys notice I put enough oil inside the pan for the green tomatoes, so really I don't have to flip them. They're actually gonna cook evenly all the way around. But just to be 100% sure, I'm gonna flip those over anyway. So, anyway, I'm gonna come over here to my table, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tomato slices left. As you see, yes, I cut 2 green tomatoes, so I actually made 4 tomato slices from each tomato. I'll just swish them around in there just like that. It's really easy. Again, these are like a really thin fried food, so it doesn't really take a long time for them to cook. Again, the fried green pickles is something I've never cooked. Now, here's the thing about the fried green pickles. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I didn't want to have it too bright and the video be kind of hurtful to the eyes. So I turned my light down. The thing about the fried green pickles is I've eaten fried green pickles 3 times. I've never cooked them. I could actually taste the ingredients on the fried pickles as I'm eating them. It's pretty much nothing but just like cornmeal or some type of meal batter that's seasoned. And so I'm gonna just use the same seasoning, the same batter for everything. Now, I picked this bag up right here at HEB. It was like $1.99, and it actually is really, really good. Again, it's seasoned. One thing about seasoning meat or seasoning any type of food when I fry it is I have this big thing. I've been told that I use too much salt on food, which causes high blood pressure. I'm trying to stay away from that high blood pressure. So, better that I just use the meal that's already pre-seasoned versus me actually seasoning the food myself. Even though it's just me eating it, I don't want to over-season it. But the fried green tomatoes, again, they're just about done, the first batch. So I'm just going to flip them over one time. See that brown golden color to them? Even though that they're thick, you know, you don't have to really fry them extremely hard, because you don't want to cook the flavor out of them. And one thing about green tomatoes is when you purchase green tomatoes, you want to use those tomatoes as fast as possible, because if you don't, what'll happen, those tomatoes will start turning orange on you, or red. And once they turn red, obviously you really ain't gonna have fried green tomatoes. So guys, I'm gonna turn the camera off for a minute, and once the fish comes out, right before I put the shrimp in, I'll turn the camera back on and let you guys see what it looks like. Also guys, after the video, leave me a comment on something that you want me to cook next. Now, I did go out and buy salmon. I have not cooked it yet. So if that's a video that you guys want me to do, leave me a comment after this video. Also, before I forget, you can follow me on all social media. All of my social media links is in the description box down below, so feel free to follow your boy. I'm still working on that new Facebook fan page, so that's coming soon. But I will see you guys in about 1 minute. So I'm finally back, guys. As you see, I've already took some of the green tomatoes out. Those are 4 that's done. And there's 3 more slices in there that's actually ready to be removed. But before I remove those and the fish, I'm gonna go ahead and come over here and bring these pickles and set them inside this same exact meal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. I'm just gonna shake them up a little bit, guys. I've never actually made this before. I added like just a, as far as my shrimp is concerned, let me do one thing at a time. Okay, these green tomatoes are ready to come out. The fish is actually ready to come out as well. I'm gonna drop my pickles, fried pickles, inside the same oil that I'm using to fry the green tomatoes. Why not fry both green vegetables in the same oil? Kind of makes sense to me a little bit. Now you want to let this oil drain off these tomatoes good, because there's a lot of oil. I'm actually going to change the paper towel over once it's done. That way I don't consume all that extra oil. And I'm just going to drop these 6 pickles right inside that oil, just like that. No special way to do it, no special technique. And the last thing I'm going to have left over here is the shrimp. Now I did add off camera, I added just a tad bit of onion powder to the shrimp. I'm sorry for all the movement again, guys. Just be patient with me. Now the tilapia, of course, is done. Oh, it's falling apart. Sometimes I don't like to deep fry it too much like that because it falls apart. I'm trying to hold the camera back so I don't get the lens fogged up. We're just gonna drop that grease right off there just like that. And then we have another piece. If I let the last piece fry for another couple seconds, it'll get hard enough where it doesn't fall apart. The bigger the fish is, the more risk that you are of the fish actually falling apart when you're trying to pick it up out of the oil. And then here we go. Now, as you guys seen, I cooked the green pickles in the same skillet that I used to cook the green tomatoes in. It made sense, just like I'm gonna cook the shrimp in the same oil that I cooked the fish in. Which, if you guys think about it for a second, it actually makes a lot of sense to do that. They're both associated with water, seafood, salt water, and that's why I did that. So make sure that you let that fish drain off extremely good so you don't have all that excess oil on your food. Oops. Now I'm gonna come over here, guys. I've already, oh, wait a minute, there's another, oh, no, it's not. I'm not gonna use that. Sorry about this. Hold on a second. Let's cut that part out. Okay, now we have the shrimp. Again, I actually added some garlic powder to the shrimp, and I'm just gonna drop it right in here. I said I wasn't gonna season anything because it already has its own seasoning to it. However, everybody knows garlic shrimp is the best. I'm just gonna shake that up just like that, guys. These shrimp are gonna cook extremely fast. Before I drop those shrimp, I see my green pickles are cooking up a storm over here. So I'm just gonna kind of turn them over. Like I said, there's no science to it. You let them cook, just let them cook like to your satisfaction. And I don't really have to turn these over because the oil is actually covering up the whole entire pickle. I said it was 6 slices of pickle, guys, by the way. I know you only see 5. One I didn't realize was still inside the batter, so I just kind of tossed it. Now, slide this over. And I'm gonna take these shrimp, not for sure how many, maybe 8 to 10 shrimp, and just drop them right in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and there's actually 11 shrimp, guys. So we're gonna let those cook for a minute or two. Again, it's deep fried shrimp. You always wanna cook your fried foods according to how hot the grease is. Very important to have your grease extremely hot. So I will see you guys in about a minute. Guys, thank you, Lord, for this food I'm about to receive today. Thank you for watching over me, my loved ones, all of my family, their loved ones. Please keep all of my friends and loved ones safe in every area of their life, Lord. Thank you for blessing me in every area of my life, Lord. I ask you to come today to bless this food I'm about to eat, Lord, in the name of Jesus, amen. So again, guys, not gonna eat all this because it is a lot of food. The green tomatoes, again, were not that hard to fry. I do have a fork here, even though I may not actually use the fork to eat the food. So that's the green tomatoes. I don't know if a lot of you guys ever taste the green tomatoes, but I can tell you they are extremely delicious. There's really not much to it. Cutting up the tomatoes. You can season the tomatoes if you want, but you don't have to. If you already have like a special meal already made or a special batter already made. Green pickles, as I told you, I fried 5 pieces. So this is actually my first time tasting my own. So here we go. It worked. I really did it. I freaking did it. I'll be down. The same shrimp, cooked in that same batter. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of wondering if I should have became a chef or a YouTuber. somebody asked me, when I start putting the ingredients in my video link box down below, if that's something that you guys want me to start doing, leave me a comment under this video and let me know if that's something that you want me to start doing in my videos. Fish is so good. And I can make that happen for you guys. Food's so good. I got the hot sauce and haven't even poured it on the food yet. I'm actually sweating a little bit because I literally just got done with the cooking part of the video. It's a 90% chance I'll probably be wrapping this food up and taking it with me today. I have some prior runs I have to make today. But again, I can start putting those recipe links in the description down below if it's something that you guys want me to do. Now, as far as like, all this food right here was all fried. It was all fried with the same type of oil, canola oil. It was all fried with the same exact batter. It was just fried at different times. The fish made it took like 8 minutes to cook. The shrimp, 2 to 3 minutes to cook because it was deep fried. The fried pickles took like 2 or 3 minutes to cook. And the tomatoes took like 2.5 minutes to cook per side. So it wasn't really that hard to cook. Didn't a lot of stuff go into making this right here, but I did enjoy making it. So, as far as this video right here, I will not add the recipe in the link. Just remember guys, you choose the type of meal that you want to fry. Your fried fish with, your fried shrimp, your fried pickles, and your fried tomatoes with. And again, you can use oil, I'm sorry, you can use cornmeal or you can use flour. All the meal is, it just gives it that extra breaded flavor. It doesn't really change the taste of it. It doesn't really take anything from the flavor of the food, basically, whether you use cornmeal or flour. I even know some people who fry fish and chicken don't use cornmeal, don't use cornmeal, nor do they use flour. A lot of gas stations, they don't even use meal when they fry their fish and stuff like that. They just brown it up really good. Basically, the key to know when your fried meat is done, once it gets done cooking, it's done, it just floats to the top of the oil. That's why I like to deep fry a lot of my foods, because you can actually tell when it's done. It just floats straight to the top. It's pretty much done. So basically guys, I'm not gonna make this full video of this eating part. I wanted to do the part where I show you how to cook it, how I prepped it, the type of meal I use, how I let it cook. Most importantly, how to fry green tomatoes and fried pickles. We know how to fry fish and shrimp already, because we did those videos already. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I love you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share the video, and leave me some ideas on the video that you guys want me to do, and you know your boy gonna make that happen for you. Until next time, it's the D, the A, the M, the I, the O-N. I love you.